It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. In this episode, we're getting a little bit festive as we chat about Let It Snow, the YA short story compilation by Maureen Johnson, John Green, and Lauren Myracle. It might sound a little bit familiar if you're on Netflix on a regular basis. It's been made into a movie, so we do a little comparison of the book and the film and see if the adaptation lives up to the 2008 stories. Pour yourself a gingerbread latte, grab some festive snacks, and let's get into it. What are you currently reading?
I am very Christmassy at the moment. I have my mince pie sat here for after the show.
Yes.
And I have my Christmas tree sitting there all lit up and everything, and it's all festive, and I just have my advent calendar chocolate. And, I actually am currently reading I bought 2 Christmas books last year because I was like, yes, I'm going to read Christmassy books and it's Christmas, and I only read one.
Yep.
So I'm reading the other one this year, which is The Christmas Party by Carol Matthews. And I haven't started it yet, so I'm not currently reading it, but I'm about to currently read it. But it sounds great. It sounds like just your cheesy, Christmassy boy meets girl.
Perfect.
There's a Christmas party, and I'm sure it'll be good. At least, make me a little bit more festive.
Yes.
I'm excited to get stuck into that.
Cool.
For Christmas.
I've just picked up Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. And this is the 3rd book in the Cruel Prince series, which she started a couple of years ago. And this is, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it recently, one of the ones that looks really pretty on the shelf. Because they all match. So this is the 3rd book, and it's Holly Black is like queen of fairies. And also I discovered recently that she actually has fairy ears.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so she got ear implants or whatever.
Oh my god.
And they're slightly pointed. So she's gone hardcore.
Damn, that's dedication to your books.
I know. Yeah, so I really enjoyed The Cruel Prince, and The Wicked King was the second one. And there was something kind of quite dramatic at the end of The Wicked King, so I'm very excited to actually read Queen of Nothing. Yes, and while it's not a Christmassy book, the cover is white and kind of snowy, which is Northern Hemisphere Christmas, even though I'm suffering under the heat right now. Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. So let's get into it.
Woohoo.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Even though it's not snowing here, although it is terrible weather outside right now.
Yeah, it's not here. It's 1000% humidity and overcast, and it's disgusting.
It's also warm here. It's just chucking it down, although the thunderstorms stopped, which is great.
Good. So we're chatting today about Let It Snow, which is the book by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Myracle, and it's 3 holiday romances, the front of my book says.
Well, that makes sense.
And they sort of kind of connect a little bit throughout the stories. And then at the end of the episode, we will chat about the movie and whether it lived up to the book, or our thoughts.
Spoilers, no it didn't.
On both. Yeah. No, it did not. Yeah. So the first one in the book is The Jubilee Express by Maureen Johnson.
That makes sense.
And the very first line is, "It was the night before Christmas." So, it gets you ready straight away for a Christmassy book.
Amazingly, my first comment about this was, how do you pronounce, is it Floby or Flobby?
Oh, I have no idea. I think I was going with Floby.
I wanted them to confirm it in the movie, but they didn't. They changed the title of the thing.
Which was wise, because they probably didn't know either.
I pronounced it Floby because Flobby sounds funny. It doesn't sound real.
I think I did Floby as well. So this is the Floby village, which is like a Santa village, which has lots of little parts, and you can collect all the buildings.
We all know the kind of things. They're all the... I was going to say the garden centres have them. We don't have garden centres, do we?
We've got garden centres.
Oh, we have Palmers, but we don't have Palmers down here. I feel like I haven't seen a garden centre in a while.
You do live in the centre of the city.
Yeah, I know. Our garden centre is the, tiny shelf in Bunnings. It made me festive because it reminded me of like the garden centres that I would visit during Christmas because of the little snow scenes and stuff. But yeah, it was really cute. But I had serious problems with the story.
Okay. Go.
In that it was really adorable, but also really creepy at the same time. Like, how old is this book?
I think 2011.
So not actually that old, because like
2008.
2008. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Because like Stranger Danger, would you like casually go home with some random person you have met and then live with them for Christmas?
No.
It's just
no, I would not.
It stressed me out, and I feel like if I was Jubilee, I would be having like so many panic attacks. Just from the whole experience of like her parents are in jail, she has to go on a long trip to her grandparents in Florida on Christmas Eve, the train crashes, and then she's stuck in this tiny town that's not actually that far from her home, so like, yeah. And then it's freezing, she goes home with a stranger that she's just met, she then falls in a frozen stream, freezes herself to almost death, and then goes to a stranger's house where the stranger's mum sees you naked, and then ships you with her son, and then the stranger convinces you to break up with your boyfriend of 12 months just so he can get with you, and you do it. And it's just, I have a lot of problems.
The whole thing, was very...
Like, if you don't think about it, it's really adorable.
Exactly. I was like, it's a really cute story, but don't think too hard about it.
It made me a little anxious just reading it. It was really adorable, and it was probably my favourite story out of the three.
Yeah, I think it was probably one of my favourites too. Also, like, their names, like Jubilee, hilarious how she was named after Jubilee Hall from the Floby Santa Village. Like, good one, parents. But also Stuart.
I feel like Stuart isn't that weird a name at the moment,
It's not a weird name. But I feel like he's a teenager, right? How many Stuarts do you know between the ages of, like, 13 and 23?
I feel like at least 2.
Really?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I don't know if I've ever met a young Stuart.
I went to primary school with a Stuart, so he would be our age now. My age now.
Yeah.
Unless something tragic happened and I didn't hear about it and he doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
And I feel like I know another one.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely know one.
All right.
But I feel like I know more. I feel like there was one in my uni. I swear there was one in my uni. But I can't remember him, and I can't picture his face.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Worthwhile knowing.
I definitely know a Stuart.
Okay.
That is my age.
Okay, maybe I've just never met any, so, like, any names are like, what? Stuart? All right, good. Fun. Excellent. Ignore me then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying it is a weird name. It's just not as weird as, like, Jubilee.
Yeah. But I feel like the Jubilee side of things, parents name their kids really weird things.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
Santa
if
Villages.
you met someone called Jubilee, you wouldn't probably question it anymore.
No.
And I don't see why she felt she had to go by Julie.
No.
It's like, that is a very big downgrade in name.
It is.
No offense to Julie's, but...
It is, yeah. And Jubilee's only one extra syllable. Like, you can slip the B in there. It's fine.
I don't think that was the problem.
No, I know. But, you know, it's not a lot to say Jubilee.
No,
it's
not like a
complicated.
shortened version. It's literally she wants to change her name, and for some reason she makes it slightly the same as what her current proper name is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird that she would, like, go by a different name, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. I have a few problems with things.
Also hilarious that the story starts off with her parents, like, going to jail. Just because they're standing in line for the Floby village to get the last piece or whatever the piece they want that year.
Would you really send them to jail on Christmas Eve for just, like...
being a little bit raucous outside a store?
Yeah. I'm sure that happens a lot of times and a lot of occasions.
I guess if it's a small town. Is it a small town?
No.
Where does she live?
Although, wait, where did they go? They travelled to somewhere, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they travel to, like, the capital of the state kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. That's right. They go to somewhere. Okay, so they live in Richmond, Virginia, which is like 50 miles away from wherever the Floby shop is. Yeah, I don't know where they go to, but...
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
okay,
just...
so they're in jail in a different city, that's right. And the neighbour's like, you gotta go to your grandparents. And she's like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Your parents are crazy. Oh, yep, checks out.
Yeah.
To be honest, I forgot about the whole Noah thing. Noah is her boyfriend.
Yeah.
I just forgot about that whole situation. So that's good.
It's because it's not, like, a big part of it. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's like,
it is weird.
Because they're such short stories, like, you can't add that much stuff into them
No.
without some of it feeling irrelevant and doesn't need to be there.
Exactly. And I got confused, like, later on about... Because she meets Jeb on the train.
Yeah.
But then he's not even the person who's, like, the main person.
Yeah, because you expect them,
story.
like, Jubilee and Jeb to get together,
Yeah.
and suddenly she leaves and she meets Stuart, and it's like, okay, maybe these guys are meant to get together.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the whole Jeb situation on the train was way longer than it needed to be, considering it was just, like, a connecting character throughout the three stories, if you see what I mean. Like, he wasn't going to be, like, a main character in Jubilee's story.
No.
So his part on the train could have been a lot shorter.
The part where he uses her phone is important, but they don't need to share a pizza together.
No.
Before he uses her phone. So yeah, like, they didn't need that whole...
Yeah, it could have been...
thing.
Chopped.
I did love the quote that I sent to you, though, that Debbie had to get up and slice me a thick piece of cake before she could answer. And I do mean thick. Harry Potter Volume 7 thick.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
Yes, I can see how thick that cake is in my head.
That is a big bit of cake. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, definitely. Was it hardcover or paperback, though? That's the question.
Oh, that is the question.
Still thick, either way.
Still, yeah. Yes, that's a big bit of cake. I also forgot about the whole falling in the stream thing.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you... Okay. That's cold.
Didn't really need it, really.
No, yeah, yes. I guess it's hard to make a short story detailed enough that the characters have backstories and it feels like a well-rounded story.
Yeah.
Without adding too much fluff that you don't actually need.
Yeah, yeah. It's still got to flow nicely.
Yeah.
And if they just kind of...
You can't just kind of jump from one thing
home,
to the next.
It's a bit like... Oh, maybe she could have just walked home to her house if it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, give her an extra plastic bag and she'd be fine.
Also, okay, so, again, it's this whole short story thing. But how quick characters get together?
Yes.
It's like, hello, you met, like, today.
You met, like, literally, like, 2 hours ago. You have showered and now are playing Mousetrap and now you're kissing each other.
Exactly. Like, what? What?
Like, how will you eat, like... I know technically she broke up with her boyfriend before she kissed him, but, like, how quickly do you move on / feel like you've got over the person you've been dating for a year in order to kiss someone, a random person?
A random person in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's at his house now, but, you know.
Yeah, like, if they were, like, in a club and they were drinking and it was, like, a Christmas party kind of thing and it was, like, a little kiss.
Yeah.
Fine.
Maybe.
But if you're in the stranger's house and you're planning on staying there overnight, don't.
It's just very unrealistic. Unless people do this in real life and I'm just very unaware of it. And then props to you, I guess. But, you know, on the whole...
I personally wouldn't
Probably
do it.
not. No, neither.
I personally would have been crying on the train.
I would not have left the train to begin with.
No, I would not have left the train. I would be stressing out, probably asleep by now. Not kissing some random stranger I met in a Waffle House.
Yeah, the whole situation's slightly odd. However, don't go into the details and it's quite a cute story.
Yes. It was enjoyable if you don't think about it too much.
Yes, yeah. So the second one is A Cheer-tastic Christmas Miracle by John Green. And I was looking forward to this one because, you know, John Green. It's good times.
I feel like it didn't feel very John Greeny.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was kind of every page, I was kind of waiting for that, oh, this is a John Green book kind of moment. And it could have been written by any YA author.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, like, the first one, you could kind of see a little bit of Maureen in it.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Like, I've only read 2 of her books, but you kind of get that vibe. Whereas, I've read many John Green books, and I didn't get anything.
I would go so far as to say I've read all the John Green books now. Now that I've read this one.
I still have John Grayson, Will Grayson.
Yeah.
That's the book, eh? Yeah.
Yeah,
I still got that one to go.
Well, you're nearly there.
I know, I'm nearly there. And it still didn't feel like him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a bit Like, I thought the Duke and Tobin were already dating at the start, so the ending wasn't surprising at all.
Yeah.
Like, when they were on the couch together, I was like, oh, yeah, they're dating. And they're like, oh, buddies. Oh, okay. Well, they're going to get together.
Yeah. So this is a story of Tobin, the Duke, or Angie as her real name is, and JP, and they're trying to get to the Waffle House where their friend, what's his name?
Kian?
Yeah, Kian is because there's all these cheerleaders who have got off the train that Jubilee was on in the previous story, and they've all flooded into the Waffle House, and Keon's like, you guys get here because there's cheerleaders.
Boys go crazy for cheerleaders.
So Tobin and the Duke and JP are trying to get to the Waffle House.
But there's a lot of snow,
and basically they can't get there. And it's tricky. Also, there are twins. Bully twins.
Yeah. Did they need to be in it? I don't know. It kind of did add to the fun. Yeah. I guess. It wouldn't be that exciting if they just drove straight to the Waffle House and just had some fun with cheerleaders.
That's true. There wouldn't be a story.
No. It's the thrill of the adventure.
Of the cheerleader chase.
Yes. I do like the quote from JP, which was, but I have to balance the need to hurry with the need to look fabulous. I'm like, I feel that a lot.
Yes.
I'm like, don't rush me, I need to be fabulous.
Yeah, that was awesome. But also, I hate being late, so...
Yes.
There's also that.
I will say this one did make me very hungry because of all the descriptions of the waffles and the hash browns that they were going to eat when they got there.
Yes, there's a lot of hash browns happening in this one.
Yes.
I was definitely craving hash browns after this.
If you went to a Waffle House, would you really go for hash browns?
No, you would go for waffles.
Yes.
Sure.
But I guess if it's your regular place and you're not that much into waffles...
And you know they do good
and there are other things on the menu, then yeah, I guess so. But
yeah.
Waffles!
Waffles, yeah. The whole tinfoil guy thing.
Yes.
So there's a character who, like, shows up in each of the stories who's kind of like the town weirdo, and he wears a big tinfoil hat. Is it just a hat, or is it his whole getup?
No, it's like his whole body.
Okay, so his whole body is covered in tinfoil, and everyone just kind of accepts that that's tinfoil guy, and that's who he is. But he is in the first one, because Jubilee sees him
Waffle
at the
House.
Waffle House. Yeah, and then, but I feel like he's a little bit more in it in the next one. Maybe mentioned more.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's about the same.
I don't know. I can't remember. My movie and book memories kind of merging into one. But he does pop up a lot in all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because he's at the Duke and Duchess. Duchess?
Duchess. Duke and Duchess.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does get around, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. It's because he's got a tow truck, right?
Yeah.
And he wants to go and tow stuff. No, he doesn't want to tow stuff because he doesn't want to tow stuff.
My last note on this story, because I didn't actually write that much about it, because I didn't feel much about it, but I said, is this book just filled with idiotic adventures that real people should not have because they're dangerous, or am I just like a worrywart and anxious? And
possibly both.
I don't understand.
Yeah, possibly both. Also, how old are these kids? Like 16, 17?
17, 18, 16, yeah. Old enough to drive.
That's true. And just to be out in a snowstorm, just hanging about.
Yeah, it's like they all conveniently had their parents sent away.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, because if you have parents there, they would not be letting you go on these crazy adventures.
Yeah. Although I guess you could be doing worse things than just going and trying to get to a Waffle House.
I mean, yes.
But also,
he, like, totaled the car almost, and...
Yes.
They almost froze to death, and...
Yes. And also, you probably should just stay in your warm house.
Yes. Like...
You're gonna get a cold.
Are cheerleaders even, like, that good, really, to bother leaving your house in a snowstorm when you have, like, movie marathon going on?
I know, yeah.
Like, just continue watching James Bond and ignore the cheerleaders and snog your girlfriend who you're about to get with anyway.
Yeah. We see that coming. Yeah. With snacks. And, like, blankets and stuff.
Yeah, just make hash browns at home.
Yes. Surely, if you love hash browns, there should be some in the freezer.
Yeah. Like, I have hash browns in the freezer. I would just make hash browns and watch James Bond. Like...
Yeah. That sounds lovely, actually.
Great plan. Let's do that later.
Yeah. We interrupt this program to eat hash browns.
Yes. That was all I had on that story, because I didn't feel much about it. I just kind of got through it, and...
It wasn't as sweet or, like, aw, as John Green can be.
Yeah, like, it wasn't adorable. It wasn't even that festive for a Christmassy book.
No, that's true. Also, I feel like in a lot of John Green's books, he's got, like, excellent quotable one-liners.
Yeah.
Or, you know, things that end up on cute prints.
Yeah.
And
yes, that take over the internet.
You know? Yeah, exactly. And people, like, tattoo them on themselves.
And while, like, I liked that quote about being fabulous and hurrying at the same time.
Yes.
I wouldn't tattoo that myself.
There was only
myself.
one. No, exactly.
Or even bother making a print about it.
Not quite the classic John Green.
No. Like,
story.
Yeah.
However, it was 2008, so that's, like, 11 years ago.
How many books had he written before that?
This is what I'm wondering.
Shall I Google it? You know, like how artists have a discography? Do book people have that? Is it like...
A bookography.
That's what I typed in! Looking for Alaska was 2005.
Oh, yeah, okay. And that was his first one.
That was his first one. Abundance of Catherine's was 2006.
Okay.
And then, I think this was his third.
Okay.
Yes, because he wrote this in 2008, and he also did Paper Towns in 2008. So it's either his third or fourth book.
I do feel like there are more quotable things in the later books.
Yeah, he definitely gets into his vibe.
Namely, Fault in Our Stars. And even Turtles.
Yeah.
There's some good quotes as well.
Yeah, he definitely gets more into the John Green vibe the further he writes.
Yeah.
So I feel like Looking for Alaska and Abundance of Catherine's weren't my favourite either.
No, exactly. Yeah, me either.
Yeah. That's fine. We're just a fan of old John Green. Older in age, not older in book age.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, are we? Is that what we are?
Yes.
Okay, so the last story in this book is called The Patron Saint of Pigs, and it's by Lauren Myracle. And I was just looking up what else
she's written a lot.
She has written a lot, however, I read exactly 0 of her other things because I think they're mostly
like kids' books.
Kids in middle grade, yeah.
Well, that kind of explains the story a little bit.
Yeah, there's a couple of like The Infinite Moment of Us is YA, kind of your classic young adult romance, contemporary kind of grooves. But yeah, all the rest, I hadn't even heard of her until this book. Is that bad? I don't know.
But I guess if she has wrote that much, then she deserves to be with these other two authors. Like,
yeah.
And also the fact that her name is like Lauren Myracle, and it's like a book about Christmas and miracles, and is really cute.
Yes. Yeah.
But
it is really cute.
I feel like just the pace of the entire thing was just annoying to me. Like Addie was introduced and was crying and about her boyfriend, blah 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 blah, and then suddenly, oh yeah, you're getting your friend a pig, and it's like, what? It's like, then there was this whole pig backstory. It's like, what is happening? She was just crying about her boyfriend, and now we're having a pig.
And now we're having a pig.
Confused.
Yes, there were definitely things in this book.
Yes, there were things in the story.
There were things in the story, and I didn't love it. I think by this stage I was just a bit meh.
Yeah.
And so
I was really waiting for it to, like, excite me.
Yeah.
And then...
Unfortunately, that was not the case.
Because of the pace, it was like the first 2/3 of the story was, like, really boring. And then it got interesting, and then it was over. Like, there was, like, 3 pages of fun stuff at the end where they all met up and did the thing. And then it's like, if you're going to give her the end with all the fun stuff, the rest of the story should be good too.
Yeah, because they end... So it's Addie and Tegan and Dory, who are 3 friends. Is it... Who is the one who loves the pig? Dory. Tegan. So
yeah,
Dory
Tegan
and Addie are the ones...
Getting her the pig.
Yeah. And so Addie's whole thing is she's meant to go and pick up the pig, and when she gets there to pick it up, it's not there, and so she has to go and find the pig.
It turns out it was just this old lady who is a regular in Starbucks that took it to teach her a lesson as, like, being her guardian angel, but, like, what?
Yeah. So that whole thing was a bit odd. But eventually everybody from, like, the whole book ends up in the Waffle House?
No, in Starbucks.
Do they? In Starbucks.
Yeah.
See, they should have ended up at the Waffle House.
Yeah, like, it was all around the...
Well, I don't know. Hang on, I'm just getting confused.
Did Addie and Dory and Tegan actually even step foot in the Waffle House?
No, maybe they don't at all.
Because then it's meant to be all about the Waffle House.
I know.
What? I'm so confused because it happens in the Waffle House in the movie and...
Okay, they're definitely at Starbucks at the end.
Yeah, they're definitely at Starbucks. I just can't remember if they actually went to...
And then, like, Tobin shows up as well, and Jubilee and Stuart and Angie.
Yeah, like...
And she's being called Angie, not the Duke at the end here.
Yeah, the only person who's not in the final collaboration of people is JP, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he doing? What's he up to?
I don't know, because the Duke and Tobin are, like, on a date thing, so he can't really play along.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So it was fun how they kind of all ended up in the same place, and all the stories kind of finally merged together, because there are, like, characters who are woven through. Like, you meet Jeb at the beginning on the train, but he's actually in...
He's the main part of the third story.
Of this story, and there's all these little kind of connections.
It was fun. It was over really quickly, and it's like, okay, we could have had more pages on this and less of the pig.
Yeah.
As much as I like pigs.
It was a little bit random.
There was a lot about the pig, and so overall it was a bit meh.
The story in itself, or the whole book?
The whole book.
Yeah, no, I think I gave it 3 as well. Like, it was enjoyable and it was fun, but don't think about it too hard.
I wouldn't read it again, but, like, it was fine, and I didn't hate it. And then there's the movie.
And the movie, which has been released this year by Netflix. So it's a Netflix movie, which we both watched after we finished the book. And we have thoughts.
I was like, why do I have so many little notes about the movie? And then I realised I've read it all on the next page.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the movie. Yeah. Where do we start?
Well, as soon as I started watching it, I was like, well, this is very different already.
Yeah. I kind of felt that they took the book, they took out the names of the characters, not all the characters, but, like, some of the characters, the main characters. They took out the pig and the Waffle House, and then they threw away the book.
Yes. That's,
like,
yeah.
I don't understand.
There was a lot happening in the movie that was, like, you could recognise it coming from the book, but not in an obvious way.
No. If you hadn't read the book, it would be a fine movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you've read the book, you're just sat there the entire time going, what is happening?
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Exactly.
That didn't happen either. That happened, but it was different. I'm so confused.
Yes.
Where is the real Stuart?
Yes, right? Because my friend had watched this before I saw it, and I was like, oh, cool, is it good? And he was like, yeah, it's alright. It's like a good, fun Christmas movie. There's a Waffle House involved, and I was like, excellent, good. read the book, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right, ready for the movie. Started watching the movie, and I was like, this is so different. And I definitely would have liked the movie more if I hadn't read the book.
Yeah. Because my mum watched it and she was like, oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, Tinfoil Woman?
Oh, yeah, okay, but out of all the things that were different, I liked Tinfoil Woman way better than Tinfoil Guy in the book.
It made more sense.
Yes.
Not just because it was a woman, but like the character, no matter what gender it was, just made more sense.
And also, it's...
and actually got like involved in the story so much better than the book version.
Yes, like it was... She was an actual character rather than just...
Oh, hey, Tinfoil Man's here.
Yeah, exactly. Because Tinfoil Woman is... Yeah, Joan Cusack. And so she's amazing. Yeah, I think she was a lot more fun in the movie. And I guess she kind of played that role when Addie goes and tries to find the pig, even though the pig is like not a major thing in the movie.
Yeah.
She kind of plays that kind of guardian angel type character.
Yeah.
And gives her life lessons about her cell phone and boys and things.
Yes. Yeah, like the pig. If you weren't watching that slight moment that Dory dropped off Addie and pointed out the pig, you'll be like, why on earth has she brought her a pig?
Yes.
Because, like, it's not really reiterated at all throughout the story of the movie.
No.
It's just two mentions at the very start that, oh, they like pigs, and then, oh, I bought you to show you a pig. Then suddenly it's like, okay, cool, you bought her a pig for Christmas. That's like a big responsibility. Well done.
It is. It's a huge responsibility. Also, was it a mini pig? Like, was it going to stay that big?
It was a mini pig in the story. I'm pretty sure it was a mini pig in the
movie
too. Or is implied to be anyway.
Okay, because I was like, pigs can get pretty big.
I don't think it was a mini pig in the movie. Like a teacup pig.
Yeah.
Like it was in the book. But it was still a small pig. Who knows if it's going to stay that way, but they implied that it would.
That's true.
I think my main problem I had with the movie was, where is real Stuart?
Oh my word. I'm so with you.
And his family. And like, that was like the best part. Ignoring the creepy strangeness of it all. That was the best part of the book, was Stuart and his family. And they replaced him with some weird musician, pop star thing.
And so that whole storyline, like Jubilee's storyline, her name isn't even Jubilee in the movie, is it? It's just Julie.
It's just Julie. It's like, okay.
So they take away, like, her cool name. And also, so she's still on the train, but there are no cheerleaders on the train. And she doesn't meet Jeb on the train. She meets Stuart on the train. And they see the Waffle House. They get out of the train. They go to the Waffle House. But Stuart's a famous singer. And instead of going to Stuart's house, because he's a famous singer and he doesn't have a house because he's spending Christmas in a hotel, they go to her house.
Yeah.
And instead of his crazy family, you have her sick mother and her granddad.
What happened to the parents in jail thing?
Well, I don't know. And the whole, like, the Floby, like, the village thing, they still did that.
But they didn't call it the Floby Village.
Concept.
It was like the Elf Village or whatever.
The Elf Village, yeah. So that whole storyline, like, well, the main characters were similar, other than Stuart being a singer. Random.
It was just like they
yeah,
got rid of most of the story and just made it up.
Yeah, they're like, well, let's just change this whole thing. Maybe they thought there wasn't enough, like, big decision making for Julie, because in the movie she also has to decide whether she's going to go to Columbia because she got into the university, or if she's going to stay in small town America and look after her sick mum.
Maybe they thought it was the same as us, that it was creepy she was going to a stranger's house, so they changed it.
Maybe. I wonder what Maureen Johnson thinks about that.
If you saw a movie about that story as it was, it would be, like, everybody would be like, oh, that's a bit weird.
Yes.
So I understand why they changed it, but it's also like, that would have been the cutest story if you ignored the stranger part of it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Like, say he was a really old friend that she hadn't seen in, like, years.
Yes. Yeah, if they, like,
they actually
changed
knew each
something,
other.
yeah. Or, they went to, like, primary school together or something.
Yeah, like, they haven't seen each other in 10 years, but they used to play together as a kid or something.
Yeah. Or, like,
And then she went, to his house, and then the mum recognised her and stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That seems a bit like, that's how you save a story like that. Not just totally change it.
Yeah. Like, it was cute. Like, the movie version was cute.
Yes.
But in and of itself. Like, without the book.
Yes, if you didn't read the book, it would be adorable, and it'd be so cute. I would have loved it, and... Yes.
And it was funny how Stuart doesn't sing at all. And the only singing... He doesn't sing at all, does he?
He does, at the start.
Oh, at the very start, yeah, but, like, in relation to her, to Julie,
no.
like, there's no singing involved. Like, there's a bit of dancing and old-time music.
Yeah.
With the granddad, but the singing happens with Tobin and Angie in the church. Also, how the heck does Tobin know how to play an organ? Organs are tricky instruments.
Also, he's not the piano player.
And he's not the piano
Stuart
player.
is.
I know, so...
Well, real Stuart is.
Yeah. Also, JP's character is very different in the movie. Because in the book, it's like JP and the Duke / Angie and Tobin, and they're all friends, and they're off to the Waffle House to find the cheerleaders. But in this one, it's Tobin and Angie and Keon, and then Keon goes to work at the Waffle House, which is fine because he does it in the book.
Amazingly.
Yeah. But then JP is like just this extra additional guy who Angie is kind of like, you know, making eyes at or whatever. And then he kind of tags along. So like the relationship type thing.
The threesome kind of joins during the story.
So they don't start off as like a collective group of friends.
Yeah. It took me a while to realise that this was actually JP.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I know they would have said his name, but I didn't, like, connect it to the character because I forgot the names and stuff like that. I just thought they got rid of his character entirely, like they did with Tegan.
Yes.
But no, he was there and it was just different.
Yeah.
And...
But I don't think I minded that aspect of it.
No. I didn't really have any problems with that. It made sense and it didn't change, like, that much.
No.
It bothered me.
What I did want to happen was, you know how Tobin, like, leaves JP and Angie in the church, and he, like, gets given the wise man outfit as they leave?
Yeah.
I was, like, sure he was going to be in the nativity play. I was like, why is Tobin not in the nativity?
Yes! I was waiting for him to pop up in that thing.
Yeah, that was sad.
But yeah, like, Tegan just doesn't exist.
Yes, but Billy does. Like, who the heck is Billy? Was Billy in the book?
Billy was the guy that the Duke was meant to be going to the dance with.
Ah.
That one of the cooks.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was like, who the heck is Billy?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, the manager.
And then, like, he's been, like, gave this bigger role, and Tegan doesn't exist. It's like...
Okay, good.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Let's accept this. Because, I don't know, Dory is now a bigger thing. I was also confused about why Dory was having this big, like, lesbian story when that wasn't in the book. And I'm like, I'm not opposed to lesbian stories, but, like, why did they remove so much of the book to then add this in? It was a big thing to add in. Like, it was a lot of storyline.
It was a lot of storyline.
To not be anything to do with
the
book or...
We got that storyline instead of more pig.
We did.
Which is probably good. Because I would prefer that over more pig.
I feel like we needed a little bit more pig.
Yeah, a little bit more pig to make sense of the pig being there. Or cut the pig altogether.
But that does make sense that, yes, we would have got the weird guardian angel pig-stealing lady instead, which I wasn't a fan of, so...
No.
Maybe this is fine.
Maybe it's fine.
And also... I really want to try a quaffle waffle.
A quaffle waffle, I know, that was so cute. Okay, so I was like counting all the Harry Potter references.
Yes.
Because there was some in the book. There was only 2 though. But I loved it how Dory was like one of the dancers. How they're not cheerleaders, they're dancers, and they don't come off the train. They just are there.
Yeah, they just
at the
appear.
Waffle House. They just appear at the Waffle House. But one of the dancers says, "Isn't Harry Potter for children?" And Dory's like, "Pretty sure it's universally beloved." And I was like, "Universally beloved?" And I was like, "Yes, thank you, it is."
Yes. I did do like a little woohoo every time I had like a Harry Potter reference was made.
Yeah.
I was like expecting more to come, and then it didn't. And I was like, okay. I will accept the quaffle
Just
waffle.
a couple, a quaffle waffle. I want a quaffle waffle.
I don't understand how it is made, but I want one.
Maybe it's just like, I don't know.
I feel like it's just like waffles like pinned together, and then there's like some kind of cream or something inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could make one.
We could. I'm sure we could.
Okay, there's my Christmas.
I imagine there'd need to be like flexible ones, not like the big chunky ones.
Yeah.
That is all the notes I had.
Okay, well, I would like to know, in the Waffle House at the end, Keon and Billy suddenly make it very, like, kind of festive in the Waffle House.
Yes.
How the hang did they make all those decorations that quickly? And where did they get all, like, the string from to hang all the, like, ketchup containers?
Are you really questioning it?
I am questioning it. Also, how Julie and Stuart, like, toboggan down the hill, and then he falls off, and she keeps going, and nearly gets hit by, like, a truck or something. And he, like, dives and pushes her out of the way. There's no way that he could have got there
that fast.
To save her.
I just remembered something. In that Jeb is, like, barely a character.
He's basically a zero character.
He's like, she comes in, dumps a milkshake over his new girlfriend, and then rants at him and then leaves. And he's like, not a thing.
Yeah, and yet she comes back into the Waffle House later, so isn't that going to be awkward?
Yeah, but then she, like, meets the new guy.
Yeah.
Who finds her pig, and it's like, wait.
Oh, that's JP, yeah.
That was JP, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. It's been a while since I watched it, yes. Yeah, so, like, she and JP are going to get together, and it's like...
Yeah. Clearly, because he found her pig.
Clearly, yes.
Isn't that how couples normally get together?
And they had a moment. That's what happens in Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They have a moment, and now you must get married.
That's it.
But that's the thing. It's like, okay, then why? No, okay, he does make sense about being in the story. I was like, why does he exist if that's just what's going to happen? But
yeah, no.
She has to get to the Waffle House and go through the whole tinfoil lady, and then Yeah, it does make sense. It's just he's very limited character.
Yeah. So Tobin isn't quite what I imagined from the book, but he had the best lines in the movie. Like, there was just some that I wrote down. Like, he says, "I'm nice on the ice," and he says, "It looks like a text a baby would send," and "have a great fun." Have a great fun. And I'm going to start using that. Have a great fun. And now she's like, "What are you wearing?" And he's like, "I'm a wise man." Like, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, overall, it was quite funny and I enjoyed the movie. And it had good music. I like it how they fixed the Waffle House sign at the end. That was quite cute. Okay,
it was cute. It was really adorable. I did enjoy the movie more than the book if the book didn't exist.
Yes. And that's the trouble with, like, trying to read the book before you watch a movie, because you've already got, like, the book and that's what it should be.
Yeah.
And it's, like, fresh in your mind, and then you go straight into the movie and it's like,
yeah,
they didn't do all these things.
Maybe I'll watch it next Christmas and forget it existed. And
like, I wouldn't read the book again, but I might watch the movie again.
Yeah, I don't think I'd watch the movie. Like, I don't think the movie would become one of my staple every Christmas kind of thing.
But if somebody else wanted to watch it because they hadn't seen it and I happened to be there,
I feel
wouldn't
like
say no.
I will watch it at least once more just
sure.
to make sure it was...
Maybe,
just like next Christmas, I will rewatch it again to see if I actually enjoyed it. Yes, it wasn't just tainted by the book. I think that's it. I think that's all.
I think that's it, yeah.
Cool.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas!
Woo!
Merry Christmas,
everyone!
Do time for party, and celebration. Anyway, let's stop that before I get into it too much. And that's it for our last episode of the year, but don't you worry, we're not stopping. Catch us in the usual 2 weeks for our next episode. In the meantime, be sure to share with us what books you got for Christmas over on social media. Our Instagram is @RantsomReviewsPod and our Twitter is @RantsomReviews. Until next time, happy reading and Merry Christmas.